Now's a once-in-a-generation opportunity in the US for semiconductor manufacturing. Arizona's at the middle of that, and ASU is a key part of what's going on in microelectronics in Arizona. Historically, electronics got better by making transistors smaller.
And in the past, the advances in semiconductors came from what we've all heard about as Moore's Law.
The last 50 years of following Moore's Law has enabled us to experience the IT revolution that we've experienced, that the internet, mobile phones, the whole IT revolution has been driven with Moore's Law.
But we've reached a fundamental limit where we can't make things better just by making transistors smaller anymore.
That actually means that the next generation that we always expected in about 1.5 to 2 year span, that might not happen through the conventional method.
The curve changed. It was not that it's now cheaper to manufacture transistors, it's actually becoming more expensive to do all of this on a single piece of silicon.
That has come to a point where it's harder and harder and more expensive to continue to scale for cost effectiveness and performance.
So we have to come up with a new way, and that new way, we think, is advanced packaging. Advanced packaging allows us to put chips together in new ways to achieve new functionalities, to speed up electronics, to make them do new tricks without making transistors smaller.
Back in the day, packaging was truly only there to protect the IC and allow it to interface to the motherboard or the circuit board. Today, advanced packaging is central to creating the device itself. Many types of packaging technologies have been developed over the years. It started with ceramic packaging, it went to lead frame packaging, went to laminate packaging, and today, nearly all of the advanced packaging technologies we're talking about are what's called wafer-level packaging, which resembles wafer fabrication of the semiconductor chip itself.
Wafer-level packaging, which is something we are installing here at ASU, will enable us to do the packaging directly on the wafer.
Fan-out wafer-level packaging is very unique, and at a first highest order, the fan-out part of it is glue, whether that's a processor chip, a memory chip, a combination of memory chips, an RF communication chip, a battery. There's really no other packaging technology like it, where you can glue those things together laterally, vertically, in any directions and orientations that you want.
We can actually combine silicon with gallium nitride, silicon carbide, and other types of semiconductor materials, but combining these all within the same package. This is known as heterogeneous integration, and advanced packaging enables that integration.
Customers are always expecting the faster, lower power generation electronics. So in order to make sure that industry is moving forward in that direction, packaging is the paradigm that has to play a role in order to continue that.
The products of the future are being enabled by advanced semiconductor packages, so it's not just continuing Moore's Law, it's potentially more than more.
We're at a unique time with the CHIPS Act and all of the excitement around microelectronics.
Because of COVID, everyone, including my family and probably most of your families, know what a chip is these days. Not just a potato chip, but a semiconductor chip. And because of that, the US is investing in chips or semiconductors.
The government realizes the need to invest and then to put effort to develop this workforce.
Arizona has a long history in semiconductor and microelectronics innovation and manufacturing. We have lots of leaders in the packaging industry.
We're a hotspot for semiconductor manufacturing. We're growing like we did back in the 70s and early 80s. If we continue to expand, even if we just maintain the current pace, if we can maintain that through the right investments, the numbers are staggering. When somebody says billions of dollars, it's hard to relate to. But just for some context, for every 1,000 workers in semiconductor manufacturing, that generates tax revenue equivalent to a Super Bowl. So every 1,000 is the equivalent of landing a Super Bowl in the state each year. And we're not talking about 1,000, we're talking about tens of thousands.
We have some of the largest packaging companies in the world located and expanding here, like TSMC, like Amkor. We also have some of the most innovative small companies.
The key thing that's very attractive about the Valley is the whole supply chain, the value chain. Not having that supply chain in place can significantly affect the economy.
Several years ago, ASU made a decision to become a national leader in semiconductor packaging. Every time that we talk with a company, they want to know how can we produce more talent and faster, despite the fact that we're already graduating nearly 7,000 engineers per year. So we've started to implement a strategy to position ourselves accordingly.
ASU had a very aggressive plan to advance the economy the way that we're talking about, higher wage job creation.
University engineers are at the best when they're working on problems that matter, and problems that matter are often connected or come from industry. And so the excitement generated by the CHIPS Act and the responsiveness of the state of Arizona, of ASU and the local industry has really pulled the university and industry together, making strong connections and making sure that ASU is working on the most important problems. And ASU's packaging play, in collaboration with Deca, is a part of that.
Deca is super excited to have our new partnership with ASU.
A fan-out wafer-level packaging prototype line.
And that includes more than 20 new pieces of equipment that will enable this process.
That will provide the industry with a breakthrough capability. It's really the first fab in the US where you have an open innovation platform and folks can work together on a foundation of technology that's being provided by Deca and integrated by ASU. And from that foundation, they can innovate many, many different types of solutions for the future. The impact of this partnership will absolutely extend beyond the valley, and it's exciting that folks are wanting to get involved, and they will take that technology that's developed here and bring it all over the world.
When you think of the university, you think of the talent that it produces. We're a big university and we produce great people. ASU's Engineering College has more than 30,000 students. But what we contribute to partnerships isn't just workforce, it isn't just talent. We also have 500 innovative engineering faculty that drive innovation in the packaging space. And so it's partnerships with industry that both allow ASU to solve important problems and allow industry to figure out where they should go next.
Advanced packaging today, for all the buzz that we hear out there, is really in its infancy. And over the next decade, there will be orders of magnitude scaling required in advanced packaging to keep up with the demands of artificial intelligence, the real-time nature of autonomous vehicles.
Economics will balance itself out, but if we can control our own destiny, that's an opportunity that not everybody has. Not every state is in this position. If I could be in any state over the next decade or two related to advising on economic development policy, education policy, it would be Arizona.
All the trajectories for the next 10 to 20 years is for advanced packaging and the heterogeneous integration that enables.
Arizona keeps successfully attracting these amazing companies. We're just doing a lot of things right.
We would have never envisioned that the industry is transitioning in such a massive way. So we're very fortunate of what's now happening in the industry.
We got to keep pushing forward because our competitors are pushing forward. I would very much caution the people that are excited about what we're doing in that it is at risk if we don't continue to move forward.
I want to see an expansion vision, not just for the next 2 years, but for the next 10 or 20 years. It puts ASU as a leader, as the leader for this great region. Not just as a provider of talent through education, but also as a research and development leader, as the source of new and innovative companies that might grow up to be the next Intel or TSMC.